So
It's okay.
we'll start with Angela. You said, although it takes a long time, although it took a long time. And then you said, in the film, I just wanted to correct the pronunciation. We actually call it film. Yeah. It gets it's said quite often, film. Someone says, oh, I watched this film about, but it's, film. And then you said, sports is far from me. Which, I get what you're saying, yeah. But I would probably say that you have zero interest. That's the best way to say it. What we normally say. I have zero interest in sports whatsoever. I have zero interest.
Yes.
Yeah. Anise, you said, I like doing exercise workout. Exercising and working out is like the same thing. Yeah, so I like working out. And you said, I feel difficult to meet some people. It's difficult for me to feel some people. Actually, no, I'm going to change that completely. I feel uncomfortable meeting new people. Yeah. And then, I think a blind date is a good tool to make some boyfriend. Sorry. I think blind dating instead of a blind date. I think blind dating is a good tool for, I wouldn't say making a boyfriend because you don't really like make them, but for getting a boyfriend. And everything has a bad effect and a good effect. I think it'd just be more simple to say there's a pro and con to everything. There are pros and cons to everything. Pros meaning like good effect, cons meaning the bad effect.
There are pros or there is pros?
There are pros and cons. Pros. Did I say is? I don't know what I said. Hwajang?
Yeah.
I wanted to play it if it was possible in Seoul. I would play it if it was available. I would play it if it was available. And limitations on placing Pokemons not around those criminals. I had in my head earlier. There limitations. There will be restrictions. Yes, thank you. There will be, oh, very good. You already knew. Why am I saying it? There will be restrictions on the placement of Pokemon. And also, just to let you guys know, it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal to me. Pokemons, you don't say plural, it's just Pokemon. It's uncountable.
Really?
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, not a big deal. It's a big deal to me, but it's not a big deal. So, Pokemon, yeah. So, yeah, catching all the Pokemon. So we just say Pokemon, yeah. Restricting the placement of Pokemon around criminals. Liam? It can spontaneously boost up the economic. I think I would say, well, you kind of left it off. It boosts up the economic, so it can spontaneously boost the economic, or the economy. It can spontaneously boost the economy. We also say, in a similar way, a spike. Yeah, a spike in the economy. So it can make a spontaneous spike in the economy. Yeah. That's kind of a common word in economics. The playing game is not my area. Playing games is not my area. Or you can just say, because usually when you say my area, you say that like it's your expertise. So you can actually just say playing games is not my thing. Yeah, not my thing. And
can I use the stuff?
my stuff? My stuff doesn't really work for that because my stuff is like, it's sort of like saying your knowledge. Yeah. So, like my thing is just saying like it's not what I do. Yeah, it's not what I'm comfortable with. Yeah. People should be aware of how high a risk how high of a risk, people should be aware of how risky. Sophia, you said there was a Zika virus issue. In this case, because the Zika virus is still an issue, I would say that there is an issue with Zika virus, or there's the issue or the problem about the Zika virus. She got accused of using the counting method in a really wrong way. Did they accuse her, or did they prove it?
They accused.
They just accused.
Accusing, and then it turned out that she is actually.
Okay, so she.
But that's still.
Mhm.
She tries. Yeah.
So she was maybe found guilty of it, or I'm just trying to figure out, because if it was like, it's hard to say, because sometimes if you say accused, then it's just like, oh, she did this, and then like nothing. So
Yeah. She made the number looks bigger.
okay, so instead of saying accused, then she this is a very good word. She rigged the voting count. RIGGED, rig.
Yeah.
Rigged. So when you rig something, that means you kind of like try to fix it or try to modify it. So she rigged the counts. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she rigged the counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, Donald Trump recently famously said that if he loses, it's probably because the votes are rigged.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You're using that word a lot.
Next, it's swiping out the people's global attention. It's hitting people globally, or it's hitting people all over the world. And that, when you say it's hitting them, that means it's just, it's really affecting them quite a bit. And last is lots of internet these days has put lots of people in danger. Did you mean internet or smartphone use? Both? Okay. Well, maybe then a lot of things on the internet are putting people's lives in danger, or the internet has so many things that are you don't have to say putting people in danger. You could just say the internet has so many things that are exposing people to a lot of risk. Yeah, and that's all. Well done.